Hey math friends. So what we're going to do today is talk about the distributive property. And the distributive property, you guys have learned this before, but we're going to add this now with variables. So let's just review what you already know. I have a number outside parentheses, the number 4, and it's right beside the parentheses. So that means I'm going to distribute or give out that 4 to each term inside the parentheses. So you may have done this a few different ways. You may have learned 4 times 3 plus 4 times 5, and then you've multiplied each of these to get 12 plus 20 and then 32. Or you may have learned something called the area model. We know the area model, when we multiply numbers, we can multiply them like so. This 4 that's outside parentheses, I'm going to put in front or on the vertical side of my area model. This term 3, I'm going to put here, and this plus 5, I'm going to put here. And I know with area, I multiply the sides to get the area of the whole shape. So 4 times 3 is 12, and then 4 times 5 is 20, and then now I have 12 plus 20, and I can get 32 that way. So you may have learned either of these methods. Either one is perfectly fine, but what we're going to do for at least this, we're going to pretend with we're going to learn with the area model, okay? So I have this expression, 2 times x plus 2. So I know, typically we would simplify the parentheses, but we can't put these terms together because they are not like terms. If you remember, like terms are terms that have the same variable, or they are both constants or multiple constants, meaning they're just numbers. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw an area model for this. So I'm going to draw a rectangle, and there are 2 terms here, so I'm going to put 2 boxes. So I'm going to put the 2 on the vertical side of that area model. I'm going to put the first term up top, x, and then I'm going to make sure, just like when we are rewriting like terms, I'm going to always include that plus with the 2, okay? Now I'm going to multiply. 2 times x. We cannot add or subtract numbers or constants and variables, but we can multiply and divide them. So 2 times x means I'm going to repeat x 2 times. Well, x plus x is 2x. So this gives me 2x, and then 2 times 2 we know is 4. Now I can rewrite this, 2x plus 4, and I have successfully distributed that 2 to each term inside parentheses. And that would be called expanding, okay, or distributing. So let's do a few examples. 3 times 2r minus 5. I'm going to draw my area model. I know that there is 1 term and 2 terms inside parentheses, so I need 2 boxes. Put a 3 out front, 2r up top, minus 5 up top. Be careful and make sure that you always take whatever that minus or plus is and keep it with whatever term is behind it. So 3 times 2r. That would be, again, if I said 2r plus 2r plus 2r, so I can just do 3 times 2 and get 6r. 3 times negative 5. Remember, multiplying with negative numbers, if they're different signs, our answer is going to be negative. And 3 times 5 gives us 15. So now I have 6r minus 15 as my expanded or distributed term, or simplified version. Next we have 4 times negative 7n plus 9. Again, first thing, draw your area model, and let's see how many terms we have inside parentheses. I have -7n, and I have +9. I have 2 terms. 4 goes out front, -7n plus 9. 4 times -7n. Again, I can multiply that coefficient, -7, and that constant 4, because it would be the same as if we were doing repeated addition. So 4 times -7, again, my answer is negative because they're different signs. 4 times 7 is 28n, don't forget your variable. And then 4 times 9 is 36. So when I bring these down, I've got -28n plus 36 because that 36 is positive. Now let's do just 2 examples with some negative coefficients in front of these parentheses. So, again, draw the area model. Let's figure out how many terms we have inside parentheses. Put your coefficient out front and your terms up top. And now we multiply. -6 times 2m. -6 times 2 is -12. -6 times -8 is +48. Remember, same sign when you're multiplying gives you a positive answer. And now our answer here is -12m plus 48. All right, and the last example, -3 times 5 minus 5m. So I've got 5 minus 5m, put your terms outside, and then multiply. -3 times 5 is -15 because they're different signs. -3 times -5m is +15 because they are the same sign. And now I have -15 plus 5m. So remember, when distributing, always make sure that you account for how many terms you have. Make sure you draw your area model, put your terms where they need to go outside, and then multiply inside, paying careful attention to the sign of each term. Okay?